It has brought it all back to me. He said he was sorry he had never had a chance of talking herblore with me. Almost the last thing he ever said. I shan't ever be able to smoke again without thinking of him. That day, Pippin, when he rode up to Isengard and was so polite.
Smoke then and think of him, said Aragorn, for he was a gentle heart and a great king and kept his oaths. And he rose out of the shadows to a last fair moment. Though your service to him is brief, it should be a memory glad and honourable to the end of your days. Merry smiled.
Well then,
He said,
if Strider will provide what is needed, I will smoke and talk. I had some of Saruman's best in my jacket, but what became of it in the battle, I'm sure I don't know.
Master Meriadoc, said Aragorn, if you think that I have passed through the mountains in the realm of Gondor with fire and sword to bring herbs to a careless soldier who throws away his gear, you are mistaken. If your pack has not been found, then you must send for the herb masters of this house, and he will tell you that he did not know that the herb you desire had any virtues, but that it is called Westman's weed by the vulgar, and Galenas by the noble, and other names in other tongues more learned, and after adding a few half-forgotten rhymes that he does not understand, he will regretfully inform you that there is none in the house, and he will leave you to reflect on the history of tongues. And so now must I. For I have not slept in such a bed as this, since I rode from Dunharrow, nor eaten since the dark before dawn. Merry seized his hand and kissed it.
I'm like Rachel,
He said,
go at once. Ever since that night at Bree, we've been a nuisance to you. But it is the way of my people to use light words at such times and say less than they mean. We fear to say too much. It robs us of the right words when a jest is out of place.
I know that well, or I would not deal with you in the same way, said Aragorn.
May the Shire live forever unwithered.
And kissing Merry, he went out, and Gandalf went with him. Pippin remained behind.
Was there anyone like him?
He said,
Except Gandalf, of course. I think they must be related. My dear ass, your pack is lying by your bed, and you hid it on your back when I met you. He saw it all the time, of course. And anyway, I have some stuff of my own. Come on now, Longbottom, leave it is. Fill up while I run and see about some food. And let's be easy for a bit. Dear me. We dukes and brandybucks. We can't live long on the heights.
No, said Merry.
I can't. Not yet, at any rate. But at least, Pippin, we can now see him and honor him. It is best to love first what you are fitted to love, I suppose. You must start somewhere and have some roots. The soil of the Shire is deep. Still, there are things deeper and higher, and not a gaffer could tend his garden in what he calls peace but for them. Whether he knows about them or not. I'm glad I know about them. A little. But I don't know why I'm talking like this. Where's that life? And get my pipe out of my pack if it isn't broken, alright?
Aragorn and Gandalf went now to the warden of the Houses of Healing, and they counselled him that Faramir and Éowyn should remain here and still be tended with care for many days. The Lady Éowyn, said Aragorn, will wish soon to rise and depart, but she should not be permitted to do so. If you can in any way restrain her until at least 10 days be past.
As for Faramir,
Said Gandalf,
he must soon learn that his father is dead. But the full tale of the madness of Denethor should not be told to him until he is quite healed and has duties to do. See that Beregond and the Perian who are present do not speak to him of these things yet. And the other Perian, Meriadoc, who is under my care, what of him?
said the warden.
It is likely that he will be fit to arise tomorrow for a short while.
Said Aragorn. Let him do so if he wishes. He may walk a little in the care of his friends.
They are a remarkable race,
Said the warden, nodding his head.
very tough in the fibre, I deem.
At the doors of the houses many were already gathered to see Aragorn, and they followed after him. And when at last